In this video, I'm going to solve problems about the scalar product or dot product of two vectors. Number 1. We have here three vectors, A, B, and C. Vector A has a magnitude of 2.0 meters, vector B has a magnitude of 4.5 meters, while vector C has a magnitude of 1.0 meter. This angle is 55 degrees, while this is 42 degrees. The questions are, what is the angle between A and B, and what is A dot B? Next is to find the angle between B and C, and what is B dot C? Lastly, we have calculate the angle between A and C and find A dot C. Let us first calculate the angle between A and B. So vector A is this vector, and we have vector B. So the angle between A and B is this angle. So from A to B. Now this is 55 degrees. It is given. So what we need to know is this angle. But we can easily find this angle because this line and this line are perpendicular. So therefore, this angle is equal to 90 degrees minus 42 degrees. And the result is 48. Okay, so 48 plus 55 equals 103 degrees. So from this result, we can now calculate A dot B. A dot B is simply equal to A magnitude times B magnitude times cosine of the angle between A and B. So A is 2 meters and B is 4.5 meters times cosine of 103 degrees. So multiply the three of them, it gives us negative 2.0 square meter. Negative because cosine of this angle is negative. Okay? How about the angle between B and C? So we have here vector B and vector C. So here is that angle between the two of them. So from B to C. Now this line and this line form an angle of 90 degrees. So we have 90 plus an angle equal to 42 degrees. It gives us 132 degrees. So that B dot C is equal to B times C times cosine of the angle between them. So we have B is 4.5 meters and we have C has a magnitude of 1 meter times cosine of 132 degrees. Again, the result is negative 3.0 square meter because cosine of 132 is negative. Okay, lastly we have what is the angle between A and C? So we have vector A, vector C. So we need to know this angle here. So from A to C. But note that this is 90 degrees. This line and this line are perpendicular. So what we need is this angle. But this angle is equal to 90 degrees minus 55 degrees. And it gives us 35 degrees. So we have 35 plus 90. It is equal to 125 degrees. So therefore, A dot C is equal to AC cosine theta between A and C. We have A has a magnitude of 2 meters, C is 1 meter times cosine of 125 degrees. But cosine of 125 degrees is negative. That's why we have negative 1.15 square meter. Okay. Number 2. We are given two vectors. A equals 3i hat minus 4j hat plus k hat. And B is equal to 5i hat minus k hat. What is A dot B? What is the angle between A and B? So to find A dot B, we need to know the components of A and the components of B. What are the components of A? So we have AX is 3, this is 3, AY is minus 4, AC is 1. How about for the second vector, vector B? We have BX is 5, there is no J hat, we have BY is equal to 0. And the Z component is negative 1. Okay, so from the components, we can now determine A dot B because A dot B is equal to AX BX plus AY BY plus AZ BZ. AX is 3, BX is 5, AY is negative 4, BY is 0, AZ is 1, BZ is minus 1. So multiply and then add. We have 3 times 5, negative 4 times 0, plus 1 times negative 1. So we have 15 minus 0 minus 1. The result is 14. The dot product A dot B. Now, what is the angle between A and B? So we'll go back to the formula A dot B equals AB cosine theta. We can find cosine theta. We have cosine theta is A dot B over AB. So theta is cosine inverse of A dot B over AB. A dot B is given, it is obtained, it is equal to 14, while A is equal to the square root of what? Square root of ax squared plus ay squared plus az squared. So remember, ax is 3, ay is minus 4 plus 1 and then squared, squared, squared. So we have 9 plus 16 plus 1 gives us square root of 26. So that for B, the magnitude is the square root of bx squared plus by squared plus bz squared. So bx, remember, is 5, then squared plus 0 squared plus negative 1 squared. So we have 25 plus 1 equals square root of 26. So we have, from this formula, we have a dot b is 14, then this is square root of 26 times square root of 26 gives us 26. So therefore, theta is 14 over 26, which is equal to 0.549. So cosine inverse of 0.549 is 57.4 degrees, the angle between A and B. Number 3. The scalar product of two vectors A and B is negative 45.0 square meter. If B is 10 j hat plus 15 meters k hat, and if the angle between them is 105 degrees, find the magnitude of A, vector A. So we are given A dot B. So A dot B equals negative 45 square meter, and B is also given. Then the angle is also given. So what is the magnitude of A? So the formula is, we have to find A, the magnitude. We'll go back to this formula, and A is equal to A dot B over B cosine theta. A dot B is given at negative 45. The angle is given, but B is not given. Okay, but you can easily find B because it is equal to the square root of bx squared plus by squared plus bz squared. We have 0 squared plus 10 squared plus 15 squared. So we have 100 plus 225. It gives us square root of 325, which is equal to 18.0 meters approximately. So let us put this result here in this equation. So therefore, A equals negative 45 square meter over 18 meters times cosine of 105 degrees. So the product of 18 and cosine of 105 degrees is negative 4.66 meters. So divide, it gives us a magnitude equal to 9.7 meters. Number 4. The scalar product of two vectors is 72.0. The magnitude of the first vector is 4 times the magnitude of the second vector. If the angle between the two vectors is 60.0 degrees, what are the magnitudes of the two vectors? So in this problem, we are given two vectors whose scalar product is 72. So therefore, we can then let A to be equal to the first vector, B equals the second vector, so that A dot B is equal to 72. And from this statement, so the first vector is 4 times that of the second vector, so we can therefore write A to be equal to 4 times B. What is the value of A? What is the value of B? So to find the two of them, we need to use the formula A dot B equals A times B times cosine theta. So A dot B is 72, and then A is equal to 4B. So this value here, 4B, then copy B, times cosine of 60 degrees. So 4 times B squared, so we have B times B is B squared, cosine of 60 is 0.5. So therefore, B squared is equal to 72 over 4 times 0.5. But 4 times 0.5 is 2. So 72 over 2 is equal to 36. And then get the square root. So square root of B is equal to square root of 36, which is equal to 6.0. Okay, this is the value of B. So from this formula, A equals 4B, we can now find A. So A is equal to 4 times 6. So A is equal to 24. So the magnitudes of the two vectors are 24 and 6.0.